Hi, my name is Reem Ayyash and I'm a food blogger for afoodaffair.me. Today I'm going to be making my favorite orange scented olive oil cake. We're going to get started by grabbing a big bowl. Pour in your white sugar and add 2 eggs. Now grab your handheld mixer and you want to whisk until your mixture looks pale yellow. Perfect, that looks done. We're gonna add now the olive oil. Don't use extra virgin strong olive oil, use something that's mild and light so the olive oil taste doesn't overpower the oranges. To add a really intense orange flavor, we're gonna use the zest of the oranges and the juice. So use a lemon zester, that works really well. You wanna make sure you use only the zest and not the white stuff because it's a little bit bitter. And use all of it. Now we're going to juice the orange, so let me grab a chopping board. Okay. You might want to use a juicer, but I like to do it the old-fashioned way. And now you want to mix everything with your mixer. That looks perfect. Now we're going to add our all-purpose flour. I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda. Just mix them together. We're going to add the flour in 2 batches. So put half of it in first. And then whisk it, but careful not to open it. So take your batter and put it in your pan. Use your spatula to just make sure you get every last bit. Okay. Now, we're going to bake in a preheated oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes until it's golden brown or your toothpick comes out clean. While your cake is baking, we're going to start with the chocolate ganache. Take your chopped chocolates and butter in a bowl, and we're going to melt it over a bain-marie, which is basically a pot of boiling water, and you put your glass bowl over it so the steam melts the chocolate and you don't end up burning it. Once your chocolate and butter is melted, get your warmed cream, mix it in, stir well so it thickens a little bit, and then set it aside to cool. Finally, we're going to make our icing to frost our cake. We're going to start with some chopped softened butter. Just keep it at room temperature for a few hours. Whisk it until you get a smooth paste. And now you're going to add your powdered sugar. Careful you don't get your clothes dirty. You want the icing to be really thick so it stays against the cake when you decorate it. Once your cake is cooled, you want to slice it into 3 layers, or you can bake it into 3 different pans. Okay, now we're ready to assemble the cake. Take your cake stand and take the first layer, put it at the bottom, and take your chocolate ganache and just spread a thin layer on top. And you take the second layer and you just stack it on top. You do another layer of ganache. And then you add your last layer on top. Now to decorate the cake, you can either put it in a piping bag and you can do some nice designs on the side, or you can do, like a rough cake design. We just take your knife and just... Then you take the last bit of your ganache and you just pour it on top, so you cover the top of the cake. Once you've smoothened the top layer with chocolate ganache, use a piping bag to decorate the icing. You can add some color to your cake by taking some food coloring and putting your toothpick and doing some swirl designs on the side. And to finish, top it up with some fresh orange slices. And there you have it, my orange scented olive oil cake. For the cake, you'll need 210 grams of all-purpose flour, 225 grams of white sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 115 milliliters of light olive oil, 115 milliliters of fresh orange juice, the zest of 2 oranges, and 2 eggs. For the milk chocolate ganache, you'll need 150 grams of milk chocolate, 115 grams of butter, 200 milliliters of double cream. For the orange cream frosting, you'll need half a cup of butter softened, 4.5 cups of powdered sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 5 to 6 tablespoons of orange juice, and half a teaspoon of orange food coloring.